Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode 225. Yep, the second anime review series to hit this particular number. You might be asking, Nick, what could be what of all the anime review series you have, because the second one you've had to hit this number, what could be possibly the next one to hit this number? If I would take a guess, it's probably going to be Black Clover. But that's probably not going to happen for quite a while. It may happen next year. Who the heck knows? So this episode, I am discussing the 1002nd episode of the series, which is called A New Rivalry, Nami and Ulti, and Chapter 1034. Yep, 1034. Now this episode does that for the first 10 pages, well mostly pages 2 through 12 of Chapter 991. Now, mostly put, this episode takes place in one location. We're not counting the various different locations. This one, surprisingly, we're kept in one location this time, not 4, 5, or 6. Mostly put, basically, is all the Straw Hats are in this arena now. Basically, we do get, pick up from last week, we see everybody's reaction to X-Drake trying to join side, changing sides, join home with Luffy. Everybody's shocked to see this. Now, I should point out, though, these following characters don't do anything in this episode. Brooke, Robin, and that's it. Just these two. Yeah, these two, aside from the fact that these two are shocked the fact that X-Drake would join them, they don't do anything in this episode. Jinbei and Frankie do something. Yes. Now, we do see that Luffy and Sanji are going to go after Kai. Now, Luffy does agree to make, X-Drake an ally. Not a member of the Straw Hats, mind you, an ally. Of course, there was a flashback on here, him talking to Heppo. Heppo is the character who was first introduced back in the actual pilot episode of the series, though it was not that from Chapter 1, that was that from Chapter 2 of the series. Where he talked to him in his current attire, and of course, he cannot say what his real name is. Of course, he's asked that. Of course, we have Zoro and X-Drake briefly fighting each other, and then these two are interrupted by Scratchman Arcapo. Yes. Well, first, of course, Scratchman starts attacking Luffy and Sanji, but they have the lead because, they have the other energy for Baron Kaido. But Scratchman is not happy with the fact that 3 numbers were taken out, so he's like, bring out another number! Hachi! Yes, a guy who's dressed like the bride from Kill Bill. Yeah, wearing the same exact jumpsuit and freaking sneakers. Except they swapped out the katana that Irma Thurman used in Kill Bill with a club. But yeah, it's the same exact attire. Yeah, and he also was wearing sunglasses. My guess is because this particular number is probably part of Scratchman's crew. And you're probably thinking, okay, what is he going to do this episode? Well, he apparently is fascinated by Frankie because he thinks John Frankie is a toy. So Jinbei sees it as like, okay, Frankie, I want you to run away. And of course, Frankie said before this that if he can take on that particular monster, he's going to need a lot more cola. And this is a good excuse for him to run out of the arena. Jinbei, of course, aside from seeing this and helping block seeing the other AL pirates go after Luffy, he doesn't really do anything else. No, seriously, he does practically almost nothing aside from this. In the case of Luffy and Sanji, now Luffy, they do briefly see Ulti in page 1, which of course Sanji does remember page 1, and of course he does remember stuff with X-Drake, where he peeped on Nami, Despite the fact, Sanji did it too. Saw her naked. For X-Drake, in the case of Paige, was like, I fought you in the flower capital. I fought in the flower capital. And Ulti, apparently, of course, you have this funny scene where you have Usopp basically imitating Nami, where she's not saying anything at all, calling Ulti a lizard, which that made her so angry to go after Nami. So we have Ulti in page 1 going after Usopp and Nami. I'm like, okay, I found this to be quite hilarious. Wonder where this is going to end up, but who knows? Meanwhile, though, aside from Luffy just running away, he doesn't really do a lot, surprisingly, in this episode. he basically is told, save your energy for Kaido. And, well, that's pretty much the episode in a nutshell. I just like the fact they added the whole thing of X-Drake. Well, see the chakra revelation. But a lot of the Straw Hats really don't. The only Straw Hats do anything this episode, like I think do any part of action per se, is just Zoro and Usopp. And that's it. When you see Usopp, he basically throws one of his little tricks on page 1. Excuse me. Aside from that, there's not really a lot of us right to do this episode, which is quite interesting, to say the least. Yeah, pretty interesting episode, and definitely looking forward to next week because we're going to see Carrot have a revenge against Pespero, which she's been waiting for this in the manga. Basically, she was warned, that's the man that killed Pedro. And he's like in the manga. I remember in the manga it says Pedro killed himself. That's quite interesting. And speaking of Sanji, this new chapter of the manga with 1034 is called Sanji versus the Red Queen. We have Usopp apparently winning a year's worth of juice and making a bunch of kids very sad. One of these kids looks like a very young Carrot, and one of them looks like a young, possibly Beppo. I thought this was kind of funny. Yeah, a hilarious image. And yeah, and here's the thing about Usopp's mask. That's not basically Sniper King mask. No, it looks like one of the masks you see from Demon Slayer. Yeah, it looks like it. I would not be surprised though if someone would say this is probably not a Demon Slayer. Probably because the anime is on the air. I did check how long the newest episode is. Apparently it's like 46 minutes. I will be discussing that tomorrow, by the way. Yeah, because I don't have much time to talk about anything else tonight. Like, after this video, like, I'm saving my next 2 anime reviews for tomorrow, which will be Mushoku Tenshin, and, of course, Demon Slayer, which is my first new review for that one since I reviewed the movie. But I'll talk about that tomorrow. More of that later. Yep, so, and then you see some woman, I'm not sure, it's one of the courtesans here, basically seeing all that ruckus going on. It's like someone named Koji. And then we see Momo in his dragon form. Well, he's trying to basically help save the flower capital. And then you have the continuation of between Sanji and Queen. It's like Sparking Queen. Basically fires lasers out of his eyes. And he's like bees in his eyes. Sparking Valkyrie. Henry Queen. Henry Blazer. Yeah, so basically the first was from his older brother. And then from another brother. He's like, don't you get it? I'm using General 66 moves. I was saving him until after you transform. See, Judge's sons are like an abomination of all of his scientific tech. If you Pope while you were worn out suit, I could prove something to the Judge. I'm a superior scientist. Right, Stale Black? I don't care about your stupid rivalry. I played about that dumb earlier, but the truth is, I've already researched and tested all the German science. Whatever creates your brother moves can you stop treating me like their family. Which Gallic says which queen, basically just like a big slice. And you have Sanji kicking the arm while Queen's arm is like, what? Well, he's like, why you snail? I warned you, don't say your names around me. Is there freedom of speech around here anymore? Fancy flyer. Big kick the guy. See, don't you assume you always have the upper hand? There's no way to attack you to do damage earlier. Probably just my fate. I'm not the same person who fought under the dome. That should be new forever. This next one, you're especially Step Black. You can copy that too? What? He disappeared. Where'd he go? It's absurd. He's visible. Boy, visible games more he's out of stamina. Stupid boy. Oh, there you are. Coach, basically, this looks like a pet mouse. Oh, come over here, come over here. Of course, running across. What a game. Yeah, apparently he went up in the air to do his basic lighting of his leg and kicks Queen right in the back of the frickin' head. He goes like, Master Queen! And he goes more kicking on him. Lots of kicking, and then basically kicks him right, like, looks like to be like under the chin. Yeah, good, like a foot verge of a haymaker. But yeah, that's the chapter. It's definitely a great chapter. But mostly, it just basically a fight between Sanji and Queen. Mm-hmm. Which, don't know if this is defeated Queen or not, because this is quite interesting, because Queen was briefly fighting Luffy. Actually, I don't know if he fought Luffy. Now it's Sanji's turn, which this would be interesting, him being Sanji. Of course, you have Zoro fighting freaking King. And you have, like, the Minx fighting freaking Jack. By the way, I give this chapter roughly a... I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It's definitely a great chapter. Mm-hmm. Now, you might ask, okay, Nick, is there a title come out next week? Well, in 6 days. Basically comes on Saturday. So I'm like, that's interesting, to say the least. Yes. Yeah, but new title come out Saturday, but I'm going to review Saturday? No. I'm going to save for Sunday. Yep, Sunday. Yep, I'm looking forward to basically discussing that, okay? So yeah, that's a cycle review, and that's going to be a video today because I don't have more time because I'm already at 11 o'clock, so I better... I'm not getting up early tomorrow. It's my day off. I actually have off the next couple days, but I'd rather not basically do my videos tonight because, well, people who I live with basically going to sleep a little early, so I'm going to say that for tomorrow. So basically, overall, about 2, maybe 3 videos tomorrow. Basically, Mashuka Tenshin and Demon Slayer are definitely coming tomorrow. Along possibly a new interview series, which is not going to be Till of Darkness. I'm going to save that until after I do the first 4 episodes of this anime. I'll save it till then, and after that, I'll worry about something else, okay? See you in the next video. Bye.